up, y'all? It's the world famous.
You're listening to The Darren Greene Show.
Right here.
Welcome. I'm your host, Darren Greene, back with another episode. I'm joined by my co-host, Derek Doyle. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well. How are you?
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a rate and review. Always follow us at TDGS Media on Instagram and Twitter. And also subscribe to the YouTube page. Like I said, if you want to listen to the topic separately, subscribe to the YouTube page and tap the bell to get notified. Yeah. So I voted. Well, I mailed in my vote.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Very good. I voted today. I went to the county clerk's office because they had sent my ballot to the wrong address.
They did. I'm gonna need you to see, check if they can hear us.
Look, we have an intern in the building.
Oh yeah,
now,
we got
y'all.
an intern in the building. Can you check if we can?
Can you check and see if they can hear us on the Facebook?
You can hear us on the Facebook, child. Oh wait a minute, he's not even on Facebook. Go on YouTube.
Oh wow,
I'm live on YouTube.
That's gonna be mandatory. You have to get a Facebook page.
Okay, so yeah,
but yeah, I put mine in. I went and stood in that line.
You stood in the line.
Yeah, all I had to do was follow this form. They brought me my ballot out. I filled out my ballot, and then I sealed it and dropped it into the drop box. And I was like, I voted. That way I can avoid Tuesday.
Now you can avoid Tuesday.
I'm not excited about it.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's Tuesday's gonna be crazy. Like the next time you guys will hear from us will be next Friday. So if we're not dead
from drinking, because that'd be the only way I'm gonna be dead. Because I'm gonna be in my house.
Not you gonna be in your house.
I'm gonna be in the house. I'm not going outside with these people.
You're not going outside.
I'm gonna be ordering Uber Eats for the rest of the week.
Tell you how my mom was calling me. She was like, "Oh, do not go out on election night because people are crazy, and if Biden wins, the white people are gonna." I'm like, look, child, look.
We'll see.
I'm gonna still hold it down. Whoever wins, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna knock it on wood. But you did bring up something interesting, and it's that Biden needs to take Texas.
Yes, he has to take Texas. That's a lot of electoral votes. I think 36 or 38 votes. So, I mean, if he loses Texas completely,
it's a snack wrap.
It's gonna be devastating. But we may not know who the president is until around Veterans Day anyway, because of the mail-in voting, and they can't open the ballots until the vote. They can't open the ballots that have been cast until Election Day.
Oh,
so they're gonna be counting already, and I think the last report is 70 million people have voted. So
we might find out on Friday. The time we were
right. Can you imagine being like, "Oh,
we're here live now"? This just in.
But
child,
I will say this though. I was just talking to one of my friends on Instagram. She was planning on voting on Tuesday because I told you I was gonna get up early. I was like, I'm gonna get up around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, so I can head to my polling place and be in line.
Yeah,
and, be excited about voting. Then I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, hell no, I'm not going to be outside. And it's going to be cold too. No, I don't want to be outside.
Oh no, man.
I'm not waiting 3, 4, 5 hours to go vote. I don't want to make sure that I could get my vote in early so I can spend my Tuesday inside my house with my whiskey.
Period.
I may have a little something. I may have a watch party or something.
Oh, I can come over.
Yeah, that's a Tuesday, right?
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah, I may do that. Maybe that would be good. We can be a support group in case it goes wrong. Because last time I went to my friend's watch party, she had a cake and everything. We had wine, and we were all excited. Like, oh, finna get the first.
Oh, Hillary about to.
Yes, and then the votes started coming in. We were like this.
What's happening?
What? We were just cut the cake. We just don't eat the cake, and I'm gonna go home.
I'll tell you, I'm scared. I'm scared. It's getting weird now.
Right. I've been looking at the Republican stuff on Twitter, and they're talking about all this shit that don't matter. About we're gonna be the first ones to have we want to send somebody else back to the moon permanently, have a permanent establishment on the moon.
Have a space station or something?
I don't know.
Not Star Wars.
I'm like, that's the goal right now? We still on conquest? Why we got to go to the moon?
Child.
What's at the fucking moon? What they got there? What? Because the only reason I would think they only want to go there is if there's something they can bring back. But
yeah, I steal and bring back.
Yeah, like what you stealing? What are you going there for? To claim the moon?
I mean, we already did that.
But we ain't the only people that been to the moon. If we went, I mean, I'm not one of those people. Hold on, wait. For people
please don't.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist that thinks that they shot that footage at MTV Studios or whatever. I'm just saying I wasn't there. And I honestly don't care if we went there or not. Like, it's the moon.
Well, look, I mean, it's
something. I don't know. But yeah, like everything about Trump being president has just been like a Twilight Zone thing, and it felt weirder than it did with us having Barack, which is the total opposite of what we're used to.
Okay.
But I feel like after having a president like Barack Obama, and like how we could possibly be closer to our best selves, getting Trump is just like, how the fuck did we go backwards so fast? Like, how do we take 10 steps forward and then get knocked back like 25 steps so fast? It's crazy to me. But I just want this ride to be over.
That's the way life goes.
Right. I want this ride to be over. Yeah. So if you all haven't voted yet, if you got your ballot, please go vote. Like, go drop it in the box. Yeah. It takes less than 5 minutes to fill out that ballot. Go drop it in the drop box.
You voted for Corey?
I don't talk about who I'm voting for. But who else would I have voted for?
Not you voted for. What's the name on the love site now? Wouldn't that be a plot twist?
What?
Derek Dahl voted for the Orange Man.
I wouldn't. Well, he wasn't. Corey is on the ballot for Senate. He's not on the ballot for president.
But yeah, I mean, there was like, because like for me personally, when I voted the first time, I did not vote for the other people. I literally just voted for Hillary, and that was it. So like when I seen the other candidates, I'm like, oh, okay, who are these people? I'm like, I started looking. I'm like, well, I didn't do my research this time, but I'm gonna vote Democrat.
You didn't vote for your senators?
No, I didn't vote for my senators.
Well, who you think?
So okay, first of all, I was fresh out of high school. I was fresh out of high school, and I wanted to vote so bad, and I was only caring about the president and not everything else. But now I know.
I hear you. Okay. Well, thank you so much for voting for that. Thank you.
Don't read me.
I'm like, well, if you get a president in, like, who? The senators are the lawyers that debate the bills. Like, they're the ones that help set up the budget. The president just signs it or says, no, I don't like this, and sends it back. But the people actually creating legislature, like the House of Representatives and the Senate, like, those are some of the most important people.
Yeah.
When it comes to federal government. Right. So it's like people show up to vote for president, but don't even know who their senator is. I'm just like, why do you care about who the president is if you don't know who's going to be trying to get the agenda through?
Yeah, and I get that, because when I voted, I was a freshman in college, and I was just now getting into my communication, media, art studies, where you have to do research on who you're voting for. And I think after many years, after this election, definitely,
we got to know.
I got more aware of my surroundings politically. So yeah,
we're good.
We good. I'm good. Okay.
I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you voted. You said you voted, right?
Yes, I did vote. Yes, I mailed it in today.
Very good.
Period. I made sure I got up early too. I was like, all right, let me go get my little ballot in. Went to the mail room. You get what I'm saying? And I implore you all who are listening to vote. Yeet. Let me tell you something. Now let's talk about the NYC riots. Why they do that to Rudy Giuliani?
He deserves. But but yeah, like the video I sent you was it was all out brawl Sunday in Times Square in New York. There was a caravan, reporter caravan, or a Make America Great caravan that started at Trump Towers and then came down into the city, and a lot of Antifa empathizers or anti-fascist supporters were a counter protest, and as the caravan made its way through the city, they reacted to it. They were taking signs and throwing things on cars. And I think what happened was one protester reached in and grabbed a "Make America Great Again" hat off of somebody's daughter off a man's daughter, and then that stopped it. Like he got out of the car and was like, told the police like, I want them arrested, blah blah. And so then they beat this man's ass. If you saw it in the video, like he went after somebody, and then next thing you know, he swung around, like it became a thing. And
wait,
then
which side? Like who got their ass beat?
The Trump supporter. Who else? You know, they can't fight. Anyway, Trump ain't got no hands, neither does his supporters.
But why are you tipping the hat off Ohio's head?
Yeah, I know. Here you come. But
yeah, here I come because I feel like, look,
the same reason. If you're in an area that is mostly Trump supporters and you come in with a Biden or an Obama thing, they attack you too.
I think the attack is wrong on both sides. I think this shit is, to be very honest, I think this shit is very barbaric on both sides.
Welcome to America.
I think we need to cut it out because I think that we, remember, these are adults here.
Some, I mean, they're adults. I'm like, biologically,
child.
A lot of people aren't adults mentally.
I know someone did that to my damn little cousin child. I want to fight too. Shit.
I'm gonna shoot you. But anyway,
okay.
But yeah, so that's what happened. Like, and then like many separate fights started happening down there, and it just became an all-out brawl, and people get arrested, and it was a lot. And I think that it's very telling where our the state of our union or disunion, if you will. And I was looking for the black folks. I was like, oh Lord,
child,
what have black folks said in this foolishness, and this foolery.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference because
But now it's like it's not even about that anymore. Like I know we spend a lot of time talking about race and how that's played a role in our country's politics over the past few hundreds of years. But this is really boiling down to to the morality and fighting for the soul of America. Are we going to continue down this egregious imperial capitalist road where it's really team us versus everybody else? Because that's kind of where that's like, it's very isolationist, where it's
I just see two sides that are fighting for their beliefs. And I think that there's just people on the wayside that are just, where I wouldn't say people like me, I don't categorize myself, but it's like, all right, I'm just here for the person that got the better idea. You get what I'm saying? It's not that deep that I have to go out of my way to, first of all, to put your flag on like cars and stuff like that. That's cool, whatever. And then for people to protest against it, I don't know. I'm just not that. You're
not that passionate about it. And I think that,
because we can talk all day. Like, we can have a discussion, we can argue, we can do all that stuff, but it stays here.
Right. And that's good. That's a very mature way to handle it. I just think that for some, when you're talking about some of the policies that this president has pushed forward, and when it affects you in a real way, I think that the people that are unmoved and unfazed about a lot of things, because one, they're uneducated how the system works in the first place. They don't understand it. So it's like, I don't care. Y'all can put whoever y'all want to put in office. The shit ain't gonna change. And there are people who are literally apathetic to the whole process. Those people are detrimental too. Yeah.
If you don't vote, if you don't get involved, or just
right, they don't care. Because they don't see that it affects them, or they don't feel empowered enough by this system. They don't believe that their vote matters. And it's unfortunate that like I said before the show, like incidents that like happened at the last election, or like when Al Gore ran against George Bush, where you do have people come out to vote and they do the popular vote, and then the electoral college picks someone else. That can make you feel disempowered. It's like, well, damn, we voted, we did what we were supposed to do, and you still chose whoever you wanted.
And that's what I was worried about with this election, because they're like, oh, the electoral college is gonna pick who they want to pick anyway.
I just either way, I just feel like it's gonna be a really dark. It's gonna be a really dark November, December-ish, a dark holiday season for us. We are so divided, and because people now are, because they're more aware of the issues, and they're aware that Donald Trump is the type of president that, regardless of he doesn't act on, he doesn't act in a way that is normal as a president. Like, he really does his own thing. He's hard to rein in. He's unpredictable, and he doesn't move, doesn't sway well. Like, he doesn't play both sides well. He doesn't try to bring us together. It's like, this is the way I want it. This is how he does. He's almost a dictator. Like, he's very authoritarian in that regard, and he's been able to.
And the fact that he said if he feels like if the votes is not like correct, he'll not step down. I'm like, well, what the hell are you gonna do?
Yeah, never in the history of America has a president said if y'all vote me out, I'm not leaving. That's a lie. Your ass gonna get arrested, and you getting out that White House.
He would get arrested.
Donald Trump would get arrested. He has to leave the White House. He can't just.
They're gonna pull him out like I said.
If the people's will is for Joseph Biden to be the next president of the United States, and after the votes have been counted and certified, and it is announced that Joe Biden is the next president of the United States, Donald Trump will be in the White House until inauguration.
Okay.
If he refuses to leave the White House, Joe Biden and will be able to detain him and his family if they decide not to leave, and he will have to leave the White House because Joe Biden will be the president and the commander chief of the country. And then at that point, Donald Trump will be considered a domestic terrorist, and he may go to jail. Like, you're gonna have to leave the White House, bro.
Okay.
But that's what we're hoping.
We're banking on it.
Yeah, we're banking that there's an overwhelming, response. And whoever wins, I just pray that as a country we find ourselves unafraid. And I just feel like I do have some type of anxiety because I feel like there are people who are passionate about certain issues. I know I'm passionate about certain things and certain policies that I know could affect me personally.
Too much of anything is bad. And
but at the same time, I also realize that my goal every day is to center my peace. I'm only responsible for my peace. That's it.
Okay.
No matter who the president is, no matter who the Pope is, no matter.
We still gonna keep it moving.
I have to.
It's not the end of the world.
My peace. Well, it could be, but it hasn't been. So that's a good thing. It's like we thought that when Trump got here, we were going to immediately be in war.
But a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait I'm gonna wait till he's out to start." I'm like, nah.
What he's out to start with?
Just to. I feel like I can't. Baby, do you better get your ass
once Kovisha came through here, you know what? People really dying and getting taken up out of here. Let me get my life together. So that's where we are, and I just things are getting weirder by the day.
Yeah, it's getting really weird. So we got these newfound Republicans, child. These new conservatives, honey. Mr. Wheezy, Lil Weezy, Lil Wayne,
Weezy F, baby.
He hops on the Trump wave.
Lord,
I heard. So the rapper took the social media that he not only supports Trump, but he also met up with him, and he tweeted, in quotes, "Just had a great meeting with the president. Besides what he's done so far with criminal reform, the Platinum Plan is going to give the community real ownership. He listened to what we had to say today, and it is assured he will change. He will get the change done." I'm like, girl.
Okay. Listen, when it comes to Trump and how he's moved with black people, that's this whole idea about what he's done for the black community, as if we haven't experienced a lot of progress over the past 10 years, which is not true. Like, they try to discount Obama for a lot of things, but Obama did things for us as far as like healthcare and like when you think about like the refunds, like the tax refunds that a lot of low income families receive, especially the tax credit for all those children, that big ass tax credit for people who have kids. Y'all being able to stay on your parents' health insurance till you're 20, 25, 26. Like, there were a lot of things that impacted. I think that the only people that would be aware of it or would be affected by it were those who were in either middle class or upper working class, or people that paid attention to it. I realized that a lot of these, a lot of black people who complain about our community and about what's not being done and what they need and what they haven't seen people do and their officials, blah, blah. These people don't vote. These people don't file their taxes on time. They don't know who their city council members are. They don't know who the school board is. They don't know sometimes they don't even know the principal at their child's school. They're just so uninformed, but hyper opinionated. And sometimes that's disillusionment that there aren't Black people who understand and recognize how far we've come, which gives us a better grasp and sense of how far we need to go. The Platinum Plan is good, cool. If the Platinum Plan and the Lift Every Voice and Sing plan or whatever Vice President Biden is proposing, I think that of the two, whoever wins, I think that there's
official.
There are good things in both packages, and I think that Black people, I'm actually, rappers and especially the ones that come from nothing, like Lil Wayne and Ice Cube and those type of people. I'm excited to see them involved in politics. Whether or not I agree with their choice of who they want to endorse, I'm glad to see them actually involving
I really
themselves.
Don't because I have something earlier before we started recording. It's because they're trying to, this is all about money right
protecting
now.
Their best
They're protecting
interest.
their wealth, and a lot of them don't agree with Biden's tax plan.
Okay. Because it affects
however, they are big influencers, and that can make someone that's like fans of Lil Wayne, like, what, I think he has a good idea. I'm going to do that. I'm going to vote for Trump.
Influencers.
Yeah, not Lil Wayne, so you're not really benefiting from it.
But I want to be.
Okay, well,
that's how a lot of people. That's how those poor white people voted for Trump, because they see what they want to be in him. That's what makes people demagogues. Like, same thing for Obama. There were poor Black people like, oh my God, a Black man in the White House. Understand his policies completely. They were just excited because they felt they were being reflected in this man. Right. So that's a downside of politics. But when I said I'm just glad to see them being involved, it's like, for the most part, we take these people to be ignorant. As an artist myself, it's just like,
it didn't change.
Some people they'll see you and they only think that you're good at one thing. Like, I know we make fun of Cardi a lot because of her, broken English, or because she's bilingual.
She's trying to get in, and
I did not like the way that she was attacked by doing interviews with Biden and doing the interviews with Sanders. It's like, listen, we're not just one-dimensional people, and when you have people who have access to a certain demographic, right? The issue isn't about it being Lil Wayne. The issue that people are concerned about is like you said, about the fans. And you think about who his fan base is. And it's like, oh, there are some people who don't want those people. It's called voter suppression. There's a group of people that you're targeting. You target particular types of people to vote. When you think about who has been choosing the elections over the past 20 years, it's been middle-aged suburban white women. That is the demographic that can make or break an election. The call vote is because we're pulled in to assist, to kind of like take things over the edge. We're louder. We don't mind taking the streets. We're assertive.
Okay.
When the last time you saw women, middle-aged white women, really be aggressive and assertive over politics, except for when Hillary ran and they did the whole the pink, this pussy grabs back or whatever.
Okay.
Like, we hadn't seen it since probably the women's suffrage movement. So yeah, it's just like understanding politics, understand how things appear, and understanding how things actually work. It's two different things. So getting influencers like Lil Wayne is a good coup for the Republican Party. It's a good coup.
Yeah. They use him like a fiddle, honey.
Well, I want to say that
and I'm like, are we really surprised? Are we really surprised with his stance with this?
But that's the thing. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, it doesn't surprise me. It makes sense for Lil Wayne to be a Donald Trump. It makes sense for 50 Cent to be a Donald Trump.
Because this was the same person that said my life matters and all that other stuff. Child, and he never really been profiled before. Because when he's talking about the cops and stuff. So it's just like,
listen, folks, go out there and vote for your best interest. And I think that's what it's for. And even though there are some of us who think about the collective, like there are people who are collective thinkers who think about the community as a whole. There are other people who think about it as from an individual standpoint, because when you go in that voting booth and when you get your ballot, it only has your name on it. It doesn't say Alonzo Blaylock and the Black community, Alonzo Blaylock and the gays. It says Alonzo S. Blaylock. So when I'm looking at these policies, I'm looking at, these proposals, for the legalization of marijuana or deduction for veterans who become disabled during peacetime, military time, or whatever. Like, you're asking me my opinion on these issues, and I have to vote based off of how I feel and about things that are going to make a difference in my life.
Okay.
Right? So I encourage other people to do the same, even though in the back of my mind, I do think about how these policies will affect us as a collective.
Yeah.
But I also understand that as an American citizen, it is my obligation and my duty to vote for my best interest.
Yeah.
And that's who we are.
No, look, vote who you want to vote for, but I'm just saying.
But yeah, it was foolishness.
It was.
The memes were amazing though.
And what your friend said on Facebook, call it something about his locks.
Child. I saw that status before I didn't know what happened. And I was like, he said, y'all favorite rapper with the golden locks. They're talking about Lil Wayne.
That was real coonish. But like I said, are we surprised this is the same person that said these things that I just mentioned? Which goes into the whole Ice Cube thing now, because we did talk about this last week, but now he went on Fox's Soul, Cocktails with Queens. That's what Claudia and them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he talked about how he turned down a Zoom call with the presidential nominee, Kamala Harris, the vice presidential nominee, excuse me. Now, here's my thing, because he originally said that Biden's campaign to talk to him after the election, and now the Zoom call, where the Zoom situation happened, but he declined it, and his response was he didn't want to be lumped with all the other entertainers, which is fine.
Oh, because Jeezy was there.
Huh?
Jeezy, I think Jeezy had a meeting with
Kamala.
I think he did a meeting with Biden. Jeezy
Okay,
did.
this was Kamala.
But yeah.
I just think it's kind of weird because heard his plan. I was like, okay, well, maybe he's trying to speak to both sides and get their scoop on what the deal with this thing is. But then it seems like it just looked kind of weird now. Like, I don't mean to recant what I said last week, but I don't do that often. But Ice Cube is looking kind of in the same lump as Lil Wayne a little bit.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, I wish them all well. Y'all go vote for who y'all want to vote for, but just know that if you don't vote, you lose the right to complain. Last election, 65 million people voted for Hillary Clinton. 63 million people voted for Donald Trump. 100 million people that were registered did not vote. 100 million eligible.
It's a big change this time.
Voters did not vote. Right now, we're sitting at around 70 million people who've already voted. This is a major election, probably one of the most important of our lifetime.
Yeah.
Please don't sit on your laurels on this. Please don't. Please vote. Please vote.
Oh,
Please.
Can't you wait? I cannot wait till the election is over. We can stop saying this.
Please vote. Right. I feel like I hear it every 30 seconds. Please.
I'm like, look.
Can we just? I was ready to vote in June.
Not in June.
I want to go back outside, and I was ready for this to be. Can we vote tomorrow? That was
can we?
But I voted today, so I did my part.
Period.
I can sleep until Christmas now. And y'all just wake me up and
I sleep until Christmas. Oh my goodness. First of all, I don't know.
Crazy.
Everything is crazy. We have Walter Wallace Jr. You heard about that, the shooting?
Oh, in Philadelphia, yeah.
So according to the lawyer, his family called the ambulance to help, because he had a mental breakdown or whatever. And the cops came.
Right.
So the 27-year-old father of 9 was gunned down by one of the officers Monday afternoon in front of his mother. Now, police demanded that he stop holding the knife, because he was holding a knife, and ordered the mother to move. but you know, the situation panned out how it panned out, and they ended up shooting him. And it's I think it's sad. Child, it's like, and if it was in front of his mom too, like, what the hell? We just got over. I mean, we're not over, you know, the Breonna Taylor situation, the George Floyd situation. This is still like hurting us right now. But like, to have this happen and have this happen like what, a week before the election, like,
it's gonna happen again.
And I was talking to my best friend, and it's crazy because I was literally talking to my best friend for like, we went on live, seen this on the Shade Room. Like, I was like, if they kill another black man,
it's exhausting. I mean,
it's gonna be like,
gonna happen again. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's gonna happen again.
Mhm.
Like, and I think that because we see it more and more now, I won't say that we're supposed to become desensitized to it. I think that that's just the flip of the coin. You're either going to get desensitized to it and get used to seeing it, where it's like, well, that's America. That's who we are. Or you're going to get enraged and be like, enough is enough. Like, enough is enough. And I think that we've come to that tipping point now where there are more Americans who are like, listen, this part.
Yeah.
This is a part of our country and our legacy, our positioning in the world where we can get rid of this. Like, this is not it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's tired. It's done. Black people in America, for the most part, a majority of Black Americans are descendants of a captive population. Like, you literally stole us and brought us here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a sense of entitlement, but it's like, at some point, like, come on, cut the shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, we thought this was going to slow down. I mean,
cut the shit. No, seriously. Like, and I think that when it comes to policing, there are a lot of different things that can be done.
Mm-hmm.
I know that on the right, the whole idea of defunding the police, they see that as anti-police, right? You're taking the cops off the street, they're retiring early, and you're calling 911 and it's going to voicemail and all this other delirious stuff. It's like, no, defunding the police, and demilitarizing the police, which is also something that Obama did when he was in office, that he removed military equipment from police forces. Like, that money can be going elsewhere. Like, we still have teachers who have to buy school supplies for their classroom because some of the areas in the inner city schools are underfunded by their state legislature.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that's money you can invest in education. Our healthcare needs reform, but that could be boosting up our Medicaid programs,
right?
As the money that's spent on military and guns that are aimed at citizens and the policing of the civilians, some of that money can go back into social programmings. People that are on the right or Republicans see that as socialism. They see it as absolute socialism. Anything that's given to them from the government, they see it as socialism. But they don't understand that we are a mixed economy, and it requires that we take care of our people. We have to take care of our people. And us repeatedly seeing government officials literally kill civilians is not a good thing. It makes us look, makes us, right. How are we supposed to be the leaders of the free world and be the examples? And to these other countries, we call them barbaric for how they're dictate to them.
Yeah.
But then we
do the same thing. And they get mad when people are out here looting and protesting and having all these riots. I'm like, well, look, shit, something gotta give. They were so, oh my goodness. People's like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe they destroyed Walmart, that $1 billion fucking company.
Fuck that building. But they're like, that's someone's property. Don't
Child,
care.
I was about to see what was going on at the damn Walmart.
Oh wow. Like, y'all looting? So put your black on, like, I'm coming too, bitch.
Look, I'm waiting for that call to say we looting over here too.
Right. But it's not even about the stuff. It's just more so it's like no, we want to be seen, we want to be heard. I think James Baldwin said it best when they were asking him about how he felt about the looting. And he's like, the black people looting on TV. They don't ever show the white folks that they looting.
They don't never show the white folks, and they
be looting. When they show them, they show them looting grocery stores. And like, it's so sad that they had to go and steal this so they can feed their families and blah blah blah. When you see the niggas looting, it's TVs,
and all
shoes
that,
and like, shit you don't need. I was like, well,
It be the white people that be starting it.
But it's not stuff they need. It's just stuff that we're just trying to be seen, so you understand.
The white folks that be starting because the ones that's on our side and want to fight with us too.
Yeah, they're more extreme because they might not get they might not get arrested. If they get arrested, they're gonna get out the same night. It ain't the same for us.
Yeah,
that's why I remember when I first started protesting. My first protest was Gen 6 protest. I was a sophomore in college, and we had a nice little peaceful demonstration. And I actually had a conversation with our advisor about what protests looked like for her when she was still in college and when she was early on in her career. She was like in her 20s and 30s, and she was like, "Yeah, I was in my 20s and 30s during the civil rights movement." So, that we were out there trying to be peaceful. And she said there would be some white folks that would come out there, and they were the ones throwing rocks and setting things on fire. And, but once you do that, people, because we're like, okay, well, if you broke the seal, then I can go ahead and get it too. But we don't realize, like, oh no, that's a trap, because the rules aren't the same for us.
The rules aren't the same.
They're not the same. We're not portrayed the same. And so, and I'm looking now 40 years later, it's like, damn, we still doing the same shit, different toilet.
Different time period.
That's unfortunate, but my prayers go out to the Wallace family, and I hope that there is some form of justice that happens there. But as we've seen time and time again,
nothing, even with
nothing. But Philly, I'm hoping that Philly is a different. I hope that Pennsylvania does something different. And
Pennsylvania is very tricky,
especially when it comes to mental health too. Like, just goes to show, like, a lot of police forces aren't equipped to handle mental health tasks. That's why
when they call for the ambulance,
some of that money would go. That money would go to social services.
Yeah,
so they could send a social worker out to the house.
Exactly.
But I think the reason that the police came and were trying to get him because he had a weapon, he endangered himself and others. But they could have.
When you call 911, it's just three things. You got a fire, burglar, that's the cops, and then you need like the ambulance. Child, my damn
ambulance, yeah. But I don't know. I'm just like, now it's just like, dang, I want to be surprised by these things, but I honestly, truly,
I'm just surprised that it just keeps on happening in the same year. Like, what the hell? You would think the cops will want to just, let's just calm down.
Hey, those cops say they got to do their jobs, man. They're like, listen, my job is to go out here, whatever the law is. A lot of lawyers, it's funny too, a lot of these police officers don't really know the law, but
they don't.
Their goal is to go out there, enforce the law, make people comply. I remind people, like, you're just a secretary in uniform. Your job is to get me in there so you can get me booked and then put me so I can get before a judge. It's not the role of the police officers to be out here to be judge and jury for these people out here killing them and then using the excuse, I fear for my life. Well, if you're that scary, then you don't need to be a cop.
You don't need to be a cop. Exactly.
If you're that scared of
I said that police academy ain't enough, child.
Right.
They need
it's a bunch of some of them are a bunch of punks. Now they do have some good cops. I won't say that all cops are bad, but the premise of being a police officer in my brain,
you're a good cop, rethink your career.
Just thinking about, like, I want to be a police. I want to make sure other people are abiding by the law of this land that I know doesn't serve me. As a black man, I'm just thinking, like, why would I want to be a law enforcement officer?
Exactly.
But my nephew said, I don't know if you saw it on Instagram. My nephew was like, he wants to be police when he grows up. I just looked at him and was like, okay.
I wanted that for like one day, and I was like, never mind. I watched Law. That's pretty much it.
I'm gonna check back in with him in 3 years. I want to know why. I'm like, why do you want to be police?
You was
Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol.
How old is he?
He's 6.
Oh yeah, when I was 6, I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be firefighter, dentist, orthodontist. When I was 6, I
wanted to be this.
Oh, it'll never change.
I know. I'm proud of myself.
Child.
My goal every day is to make my inner child proud. The 6-year-old that's inside of me has to be proud of me.
I didn't know my career path until 11th grade, probably.
Yep, 11th grade. I was. What was I doing? I think I was working on a yearbook or something. And then I think that senior year, I was the host of our news, our Tide Talk news. Hey. I was the editor of our paper. I know. I knew.
I think my school was just had no outlet. My school had no outlets for different things. Like you either was in honors, you was an athlete. Other than that,
but you found yourself. And here you are.
Yeah.
Speaking of outlets, let's talk about
Offset.
Okay, well, that too. Who leaked that clip? Was it TMZ?
The clip where he was getting or detained because apparently he wasn't arrested.
Well, because I think I saw the live first. I think it's the live of
Yeah, I've
him
seen the
first,
yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
and then I saw the clip of
So
Cardi.
Offset was mobbed by a couple. Well, I wouldn't say a couple. It was like a whole mob of Trump supporters. They were throwing stuff at his car. Don't like hitting his car with
Did this happen on Sunday too? Was he
so.
driving through the city? He probably was driving through that caravan.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's what happened. So initially, it was reported arrested for like throwing a fire, like flashing a firearm at one of the MAGA supporters, but it turned out to be Cardi B's cousin. I guess was with him or whatever. He got arrested, but Offset still got detained, and that's what you've seen in that clip of him like getting pulled out the car.
Oh, okay.
You didn't see that?
I saw it.
Yeah, and I thought it was crazy. I wanted to talk about it because I'm just like, oh my goodness, like you see all these people, you know, huddling up around the car, hitting it, throwing stuff at it.
I probably would have. Well, he better than me.
Like, y'all not penalizing them. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But because someone pulled out a firearm and you guys just look hostile. I mean, you don't think the Trump supporters was hostile too? So I thought it was very interesting. That, and it just goes back to what we were talking about with the riots, the NYC, not the riots, but the NYC. Yeah, they're rioters, right?
Right.
Yeah. People just gotta just calm the fuck down. We get it. Like you're voting for Trump or you're voting for this or you're voting for Biden. Like just calm the hell down. Just vote and be done with this. Like I don't get it. Like I don't get the whole hostility because there's some people on social media, and I don't know what Offset was doing to astrobate them if they did anything at all. But I remember there was this one girl that said I was just like, it was this black woman. I was just minding my own business, riding down the street, and was a bunch of Trump supporters, and they just started throwing stuff at her car. No reason. She didn't have nothing on her car. It just seemed that she was a black woman. And they just assumed, oh, she must be, you know what I'm saying? She must be intervening in our demonstration or whatever. So let's just throw shit at her car. I'm like, what the hell?
They got run over.
You know you can't run nobody over, child. Not a hit and run. That is worse than any car accident. If you get caught, but you probably will always get caught.
It's funny. I want to, morally,
yes.
I really want to I really just want to be a ball of light. You know what I mean? For the people of the world, for the children of the world. I want to be a positive role model, a good example. But on the inside, understanding and knowing my truth. Because I know me better than I think anybody else knows me.
Oh, period.
If I feel like my person is threatened, or like car, I feel like you're trying to attack me. I'm using whatever tool I have.
You in attack mode
to defend myself. And baby, if that means you getting mowed over like some grass,
yeah.
If I think you're trying to hurt me, I'm gonna bump your ass with this car. You better move. You better move. I will run you over.
Yeah.
And I'll explain it to the police when they get here. Because I'm gonna run you over and I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna run. I'm gonna run you over and I'm gonna call the cops.
Ain't no wrong with a little tap.
And the ambulance.
A little tap. I ain't see them there.
I want you to. Oh no. I saw them. They charged my car. You charged at a moving vehicle. They intended to do bodily harm to me. And this is what happened.
Now, if someone says they got a weapon on them, I'm going to floor it. And whoever's in the front of
you
that damn car, you never know.
I'm going to do like the cops do.
You never know.
I was afraid for my life.
I was afraid for my life.
I had to neutralize the threat.
Zoom.
Right. So let that be a lesson to well, look out for Lyft and Uber. But
you got a license?
I did at one point.
What, they suspended?
I'll tell you a story about that later. Actually, no, I can tell you that story now. So in 2011, no, 2010, 2000, it was one of them years. I was driving back from New Orleans, and like I'm home, like there's like these little towns, like little pockets, whatever,
right?
Like little, literally, like from one stoplight to the next stoplight, you in another town,
right?
So I was coming off the highway, and the highway turned into like a city road, and then it turns back to a highway. So the speed limit went from like 70 to like 55, and then like 35, and then like 70 again, something like that. So I'm coming off the highway, and I didn't see the sign, the change of the sign. So by the time I got to the 35 miles an hour fine.
Ooh, child.
I was still doing like 60, 70, whatever. So I got pulled over. I was doing 35 miles over the speed limit. I'm just like, bitch, damn, this is the highway, right? What are you talking about? Or something like that. And I protested that ticket. I protested it so long. I was like, I'm never coming back here. I was like, how am I gonna get y'all this money? You gotta come to court. I'm not coming to court to Petunia or wherever. I didn't even know what the name of the fucking thing. They didn't even have their own courthouse. They had to share a courthouse with the next city.
Oh no.
So I'm like, how many people in this town? It's like 19 people. This is a family. This is a family.
Not a family.
It's not a. This is a like y'all all related.
Get out. Try to kill you.
I'm like, I'm not.
You never came.
I never went in, and y'all can take this license if you want to. I think I found out my license was suspended when I got arrested going to. I was sick, and I was my girlfriend at the time was like, "Oh, just come here and I'll take care of you." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Okay, well, blah, blah. Right." I got my ass in that car, and I was driving, and I think there was a cop had pulled somebody over on the side of the road, and I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get in the left-hand lane. You're supposed to get in another lane if you feel like to pass them. But there was another car that came beside me, so I couldn't get over. So I just kept going. Then they came behind me, and I didn't pass. And when they pulled me over, they saw my little CBS badge and all this kind of stuff. And they was like, "Do you know your license suspended?" I was like, "No, I didn't know that. I didn't. I did not know that it was suspended." It's like, "Yeah, so you're gonna have to come with us." Okay. I was like, I don't want to, are you comfortable with handcuffs? That was the first time in my life I'd ever seen a police officer ask that kind of question. I was like,
are you comfortable? Oh,
and I said,
was he white?
Mm-hmm. I was like, actually, I'm not comfortable with handcuffs. I'm not. He's like, okay, well, he said, because you asked me if I want him in the front or the back. I was like, where am I going to go? I'm not a.
So you got arrested. Oh Lord.
I got arrested, and I was in the back of the cop car like this. I had my phone. I was tweeting. I'm gonna see the tweets. I tweeted the whole time. I was like, y'all.
He let you have the
phone? I just got arrested. Yeah, I had my phone the whole time. And then my sorority sisters came. AKAs came. The AKAs came and got me out of jail. Sure did. Yep. And one of them that came was the girl that I stayed with when I got here. When I moved to East Orange, I was staying with her. Like we've been friends like ever since. Like,
okay.
But yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that, champ.
But yeah, I will hit you with my car when I get my license back. I will be willing to lose it again if you threaten my person and I got a vehicle.
Child, okay. Look.
Never gonna give me my license back. I shouldn't have said that. They never gonna give it back.
I wanted to talk about switch gears a little bit and talk about something that's more lighter, but also watching any shows on Netflix. We never do this again. We never really talk about shows.
Actually,
have you watched Grand Army?
Who?
Grand Army.
No, the show that I was watching. That I've been watching recently was I'm Sorry. And I don't know if you watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, but it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm from a white woman's standpoint. It's hilarious. Anybody out there watching on YouTube, you gotta watch I'm Sorry.
Oh, it's on fun. YouTube?
I mean, I said YouTube. Yeah, I said anybody that's watching on YouTube, watching us on YouTube.
Oh, watching us. I forgot. Oh yeah, honey.
Or Facebook or wherever you're watching us. Like, y'all gotta go find I'm Sorry on Netflix because it's freaking funny. But what this Grand Army about? What is that about?
It's really almost like a like 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, I don't want to watch nothing sad right now.
Oh, not nothing sad. Oh, wait a minute, we got some comments. Oh my God.
Yes.
What's
up, y'all?
What's up, Chris Ponton? I know him. He's from my high school. What's up? He said, "Speaking the truth." You already know it.
Chris Ponton. What's up?
And then Wesley McWhite.
Wesley.
Oh, that's one of your friends. Okay. Hey, keep commenting. I'm sorry. I
share this live. What they be saying? Make sure you share this live.
Share this live, guys. Grand Army is almost like I don't want to give it away too much, but it has the elements of 13 Reasons Why.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, like I'm still like on the 7th episode. Nobody killed themselves, but like somebody got like, yeah. There's a couple of and it's like it's like a bunch of storylines into one, but. I kind of gave it like a bad review when I watched the first episode. Like I was like, this shit is trash. But like, after watching like 3 episodes, I'm like, okay, now I'm caring about the characters. Character development is getting better. Like, I don't know. I feel like Netflix lately has just been giving us these shows that is like, it's racy. Like I would need y'all to get to the point like
Right.
because I wasn't here for it. But the last couple episodes I've been watching was really good.
Okay.
I should say. So
Well,
I take back what I said.
I'll check out Grant Army. It takes me a while to get into shows now too. Like
Now another show, Evil. That's the ABC show.
I heard about that.
But yeah, but it's on Netflix. Child, oh my God, the devil.
Well, you can't spell devil without evil.
It's no,
but
it's
you know
really,
what devil
crazy.
is backwards?
What?
Lived.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what that deep meaning means.
When you lived, sometimes you just gotta do some hellish things, you know?
No. Okay.
Hmm.
We're gonna put a pin on that.
Speaking of, Halloween is tomorrow. What are y'all wearing?
I don't know. You gonna drag me to the Party City, see what we gonna wear.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my costumes.
I
wasn't gonna celebrate Halloween.
How would I be if I was Mario?
I'll be Luigi.
Oh
let's figure it out. We'll figure something out. That'd be cute.
Oh my, yes.
So my big white gloves. You gonna be Princess Peach?
Not Princess Peach.
Well, what the other ones are? Mushroom Yoshi? Toad.
You too tall.
I said mushroom, Lord.
You could be I don't know, Browser.
How you gonna tell him who he can be?
Not Toad with the mushroom. All right, fine. You can be whatever you want.
Right. This is America. Okay.
Well, we can go to the party. There's a Party City up over here.
Yeah, going. But I'm either gonna go to. We can stop by Party City and see if we see something, and if not, we can go to the city.
We can go to the city,
because
we going to a party, honey. We always hang out on Halloween.
I know that's our thing.
That's gonna be our thing. We're gonna be Hocus Pocus.
We could do Hocus Pocus. I mean, Dante's already gonna look like a witch anyway.
See, I wanted to be a Twilight vampire, but I'm not sure about these contacts.
You scared to get them from the dollar store or wherever you were gonna get them?
No dollar store. No, I thought they was. I thought they was gonna sell. You told me they sell them at Party City.
Party City.
They should. We're gonna check. We're gonna find out. Because if not, I'm gonna definitely be Edward, bitch. It's like nah. Yeah, beauty supply. I just don't trust beauty supply store eye contacts. My mom always told me that. I was like, oh, can I get the con? He's like, you're not. No, it's gonna mess up your eyes.
Well,
anyway,
I've been wearing contacts since I was 16, and I still have decent vision. So I don't know about all that. It's about how you take care of yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay. Moving along, Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Ooh,
real hot girl shit.
Child, what's going on in Atlanta?
Strippergate?
Another one? Jesus, fix it.
Not another one, but we finally got the trailer for season 13 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and the clip showed one of the cast members. You know, the part where they were talking about the whole stripper thing.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cast members with her legs to the moon.
Ooh, shout out to Candy. She wrote that song, didn't she?
Legs to the moon. That was actually Rashida.
But she wrote it for Rashida, didn't she? Right? I thought Candy was on that song.
Candy featured it. Yeah.
Candy. Candy be the child.
Ooh, buddy.
Well, you have an audio clip.
So there's an audio clip, and it's slowed down of the person because Kenya says she heard sex noises. All right, so guys, to guess who this is.
I'm hearing sex noises coming from a bedroom.
That's Portia. I don't care. No, because they're saying, "Oh, is it Tanya or is it Portia?" Girl, it is Portia.
Is that why her and the Hot Dog Man?
Honey, I heard her sing. I heard her sing.
Oh, they do sound the same. Wow. Is that why her and the Hot Dog Man not together no more?
Not the Hot Dog Man.
Remember they said they had
Bolo.
They had broke up again. Maybe this is her getting back. He cheated, so now she's like, "I'm fucking the stripper." Was the stripper ridiculous? Is it the same stripper that Phaedra brought to the?
Not that old ass man. Didn't you say last week it was Bolo or something?
Oh yeah, you're right. Whatever his name was.
Damn.
I don't know. What's in the show?
He looked like a Bolo child. Let me stop.
Is he ugly? I didn't go and look.
Well, we're gonna see when we watch. Well, when I watch it, because you ain't watching.
Right. When you watch it, you just let me know because.
Yeah. So I think that it's Portia. Well, I mean, it's pretty much certain. Someone's gonna get sued, huh? Oh, he. Oh, okay.
Let me see.
That's him. Is that him? Let me see. Is he one of them paint models? They be doing them nude paintings. Hold on. Let me speak in the mic. Oh, he look. Yeah, Portia. Yeah, Portia. I know why you was yelling like that, girl. I I know why you was moaning like that, girl. Yeah, it's giving very much.
You got some strong thighs.
Oh my god.
Well,
we're here. We're here now. We're finally getting to this type of season where,
the drama. This is gonna be interesting.
This is gonna be interesting. But
it's gonna be interesting to hear about.
And the new girl, which I don't know her name, and I'm not gonna know her name until the 5th episode, probably. But all I know is she's from Chicago, bitch.
Oh yeah, she's gonna bring some heat.
Yeah, and her and Kenya are like real.
Who'd you crunch right now? Kenya, they gonna
look. My favorite.
Is this a girl? Right? Is this a girl that Kenya's bringing to the show?
I don't think she's bringing her to the show, but I think because they're both from Chicago that they click. Oh no,
Kenya's from Detroit.
Kenya's from Detroit. Okay, my bad. Okay, all right.
You're the Kenya Moore hair care fan. I don't even care about this lady. I know.
First of all, like I said, I respect Kenya like I respect everybody else. Everybody else can get this work as well as Kenya. Okay. And is this even though this whole Strippergate thing is interesting, like the rest of the season doesn't look. I'm not that people are not that interested in what else is going on. Like the Cynthia Bailey wedding, which we'll get into in a little bit because that was another hot topic. But like, you know, Portia dealing with Dennis and well, Kenya. Now we talked about this on the show, and you said, you know, what that man need a clout chase for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now he wants some assistance.
Who?
Mr. Mark Daly.
Take all her money, Mark.
And this is exactly what I said. This is exactly what I fucking said.
Take it all.
Because he just said, "Oh, I don't care. She can have it all. I could build up again." But where's that energy now? You want her money. That's what you wanted from the jump. And she wanted a child, which was her fault. She should have knew who she was getting herself into, and you didn't sign no damn prenup. This girl ain't signed no prenup. Kenya is screwed, bitch.
She deserves. All right,
she gonna be spending. She gonna
child.
She gonna be paying spousal support, and now
and keep the baby.
No, because he wants. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing.
So a child. So dang, you gonna be paying child support, Kenya?
She stirred up so much hell, though. I'm just like,
I don't wish that on nobody though. Wow, awkward silence. Wow, the room is silent here. I don't wish that on nobody, child. Look, that shit is wrong. Kenya, at the end of the day, Kenya did stir up a lot of shit, but you know what? I'm done with all of y'all. I'm done. I'm finished.
I love the way this tastes. This is a
Thank you for listening to the Darren Greene. Let me stop.
Champagne flavored lip gloss for my lips to be popping, because that's all I can do when it comes to Kenya Morris.
Well, we'll see. Well, I'll see what happens.
Well, good luck to you and your family. I hope
what family?
I hope that the Moore. I hope that the Moore tribe gets whatever they deserve.
We deserve.
Right. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting season. I'm not going to watch it, but I think it's going to be interesting.
Cynthia's wedding. First of all, why they had a Giselle talking about like there was people in there that wasn't even wearing masks and shit. I'm like,
because they weren't.
Cynthia. Now I was defending your ass because Wendy came for you and was like, I think it's kind of insensitive to have a wedding during a pandemic. People ain't got no mask on.
First of all, she said that
I hope everybody got tested.
Yeah, they said that everybody had to get tested before the wedding, and they had to have their results before they could enter the building, because she had to change the plan
with your results.
It was outside at first, so they weren't able to do social distancing, and Bravo was going to be able to tape it. But once the weather changed, she had to move the wedding indoors. So when they moved it indoors, now you got all these people that are going to be inside. They had to change the parameters of how they did the show. Bravo decided not to tape it, but she was able to hire her own crew to tape it, and she turned the footage over to them. But yeah, it was, they said that you had to have your COVID test before you could attend.
Well, the Bravo was spearheading this. I mean,
Well, not. I mean, no. It was her wedding.
yeah.
They get to, when it comes to their weddings and stuff like that, or like when the baptisms and stuff like that, like it's their event to plan.
Mhm.
Bravo is the production crew, so it's like they give production notes. How are we going to how do we going to film this event? It's not really about producing storylines at that point. It's just like, how are we going to get the film crew in here? Is it safe? We have 80 people that are on film crew that will be needed for this production.
Mhm.
Adding that to who you already have it's too many people. It's too many people. And they said no.
Nope.
But I mean, we'll get to see it.
Well, another person that said no was Miss Lanithia.
Okay. She said what she said.
She said what she said. So there was like a story that came out that don't do me.
Child.
Girl, don't do me, bitch.
You're not under the weather, are you?
I'm not under the weather at all, child. It was my saliva, girl.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. I believe you.
It was said
Mm-hmm.
that Nene asked for like $125K for $125,000, honey.
$125,000. You don't have to say the K if you're gonna say thousand.
To attend this wedding. I'm getting like Wendy Williams now.
Oh, please don't get like Wendy.
No, because it'd be hot in this room. Like I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm high. Anyway, it was alleged that she asked for that to attend the wedding.
Okay.
And Nene slammed those rumors, essentially being that it was already a deal on the table that she declined.
Right.
I didn't know what that meant. So I had to watch it like 5 times because I'm like, did Bravo come to you, give me like offering you the money to show up, or did Cynthia, like what was that?
So everybody knew that Cynthia's wedding was going to be filmed.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be part of the show. And Nene's contract that they offered her was a 6-episode contract.
Mm-hmm.
Every episode was $125,000. So if Cynthia's wedding was going to be an episode, that means she would have gotten $125,000 to be.
So
that episode would have been $125,000. However, because she declined to take the contract
mm-hmm.
to be filmed with Real Housewives of Atlanta, it wouldn't make sense for her to go to the wedding and appear, because if she went to that wedding, they would have put her in the episode. But I'm not on contract with y'all, so I'm not gonna show up to be in your scenes. So that's why she was like, it doesn't make sense for me to go to the wedding. For what? To her, it was a Bravo production. I don't work for them anymore.
Right. I mean, it would have been nice
because it's her friend.
Because it's her friend, yeah.
But
and she also said something where like she wouldn't benefit from going to that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. And I think that first of all, like, you all are taping a show that I started.
Mm-hmm.
And you want me to be there while the camera's there?
She probably would start something, girl.
Yeah, it would be toxic. Like, it was good for Nene to just send your well wishes, send your gift, I'll send my love, but that is a toxic environment. I don't want to be a part of that.
Right.
Love you, Mike, but what did he say? I'm good. I'm good. Mm-hmm.
Now, what else is going on?
I said what I said, and you don't like it.
Well, Claudia came out to Woodworth saying, find it weird, girl, like making some kind of cryptic post about Nene not showing up to the wedding, because that's her friend.
But did she ever find her clip? That's what we really want to know.
Look, surprised Claudia was even there, girl. I'm like, did they even know you like that? Was you a +1 to Kenya's +1?
Who did she come on the show as a friend of?
She was Kenya's friend. Yeah.
Maybe Claudia may get back on the show.
If Claudia gets back, nah, I don't think they'll do that. Who she?
I don't care. You know who I want back on the show? I think I've said it many times. I want Phaedra Parks back on the show. I want Phaedra back. Phaedra is the only person that can come back to that show, and I will watch it if Nene's not there.
Okay.
If Phaedra comes back, I've actually been watching Phaedra on Bigo. I don't know if you guys have the Bigo live app.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm in like grooming myself to be a host on there. But yeah, I've been watching like her lives and stuff. Phaedra's fucking funny. She's funny. She's hilarious to me. Like what you saw on TV, like she really is like this southern shady auntie, and she's hilarious to me. She's hilarious to me, and I would love to watch her on television.
We'll see what happens, child.
Again.
Not again.
I would.
She better not start no lies again. Shit.
I mean, I feel like it's reality TV. It's sensationalized.
That shit could have really ended Candy's career though.
Could it? Candy got like 18,000 fucking careers. She could lose one and be fine. Who cares?
I don't want to lose any.
But I mean, I feel like yes, it's a weird allegation to put on somebody.
Yeah.
That you attempted to drug.
And if I was on the show, I would want that person to be gone.
You ain't gotta lose your job. I'm gonna beat your ass and stay. And you can keep your job.
And we all beat your ass every time we.
I just feel it's weird to me. Like Portia literally grabbed this lady by her hair, dragged her to the floor, like
in their cordial,
right? And they were able to work through their thing. Okay, she lied on you. You ain't lose nothing. Candy didn't lose anything besides some tears.
I think had the truth not got out, people would have started looking at Candy weird.
We didn't look at Candy weird when she came out with a sex toy line. That came from nowhere.
It's a sex toy line.
Because she's able to.
In the sense that, oh my God, we need to cancel.
What I'm saying is she's able to monetize. She monetizes off of stuff like that. Like whatever rumors or all that kind of stuff, she monetizes off of it. So she could have looked
different.
But that situation, because of how it happened, I was like, there still could have been opportunity for them for that next season for them to see Candy dealing with Phaedra. Because I'm like, when a person does that, you still like. You deal with that person. Like, try some shit like that with me. I'm going to deal with you, and yes, you can bring the cameras. Bring the cameras. Now, whether we are friends on the other side of
everything into me.
Right. Candy was pissed off.
Candy was, when I tell you, ooh.
Huh?
That was Rachel, and she didn't break a sweat, but she was like,
Phaedra said, I told you. That's what somebody told me. I told you.
And then Portia was like, no, that's not what
you told me.
You said
that you heard it, Candy. Right.
Yeah.
Why would you say that? Actually, that's my favorite reunion. Well, besides the one when she read King You Fulfill about needing a sperm donor. But anyway, I miss Phaedra Parks. And I want her to come back.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll
anyway,
see what Andy Cohen decides.
But it is Friday, October 30th.
Yes.
And
Intern.
Oh, Mr. Intern. But yeah, we've gotten through the bulk of the show, but today is a very special day.
We got Doll Talk, and you good? Okay. For this segment on Doll Talk, we're going to be talking about the new release that Derek Doll dropped, or will be dropping 6 o'clock today.
Yep, it drops at 6 o'clock today.
Bang. You'll be able to listen to this on audiomac.com/the Derek Doll. And yeah, the link will be in the description also if you're listening to this via Apple Podcasts, all the podcast sites.
All the things.
I'm
excited, man.
I want to ask a couple questions. So what was the thought process behind Bang?
So Bang is kind of like a reintroduction promo single. I haven't really released new music since I think maybe 2012 was when I released my first project, my Gold Rush project. And then I think 2 years ago, I dropped Hookers and Henny because there was this thing on Facebook where somebody had sent me a trap beat and I kind of like started freestyling to it. And like, I actually made it a song. And I got to perform that at a music festival. And I was like, well, I never dropped this song. Like I had never dropped it. So I was like, let me just put it on SoundCloud real quick.
Right.
And so that was the last like song that I did. But now that I'm preparing for EP in the spring, I wanted to get back in the studio and like get back in the swing of writing and like just get my performance legs on. And
yeah.
So yeah, Bang. I was debating whether or not I wanted to save it for the EP
Okay.
But I think the style in which I wrote it, it kind of like reintroduces me in a different way. Like to my credit, I feel like I'm a pop artist. Like I feel like I can
Really?
yeah, like if you listen to some of my other music like Disco Ain't Dead or It's All Right and like some other stuff, like I do like pop music. I'm retro futuristic like disco / 80s meets night. Like I like that kind of music. I like music that makes you dance, makes you feel good.
Oh, okay.
And like even if I was gonna do a rap song, I would want it to be something that's like fun. But this beat, when I heard it, it gave me Halloween. Like the little bells, whatever.
Kinda,
Like it's
yeah,
kind of
like
it had a little
Hocus
creep.
Pocus.
Yeah, it had a little creep to it. And I was like, oh, this is cool, right? And it just reminded me of like I immediately started thinking about Halloween back in Shreveport. And I remember like growing up, it was always fun. And then as you get older, it's not as fun. You start hearing about the scary stuff, right? You start thinking about like the night before, like tonight, gang initiation night, right?
Ooh,
where, you know, that's what you hear. Like I am, you know, where it's a whole lot of grimy shit going on the night before and the night of. And I'm from Shreveport and I love my city, but there is a culture there that, you know, has that as an underbelly. I kind of heard that in the music. And I also, you know, we all have, you know, our own family dynamics and whatnot. And so I took the beat as a way for me to be able to kind of like tell my story.
Yeah.
Or, you know, from where I come from, like the sound of where I come from to where I am now. And
it's almost like you're started from the bottom type.
Yeah, like started from the bottom, but also like there's so much that happens outside of like social media. And even I've been dealing with artists for over 10 years. And like you know, I've been put in a position and that I'm grateful for that I've hosted festivals before. I host Pride every year. I've hosted Gay Pride for like the past 4 years. And so I make it my business to pull LGBTQ artists into that space and give them opportunity to perform and promote their work. And before that, I was an open mic host. So I opened up stages for different people. And what I've learned in this times, you know, people take that for granted. And, you know, the past 2 years have been very interesting. For me, I've enjoyed everything about it, like the VMAs, the festival performances and all that stuff. But there's always like chatter on the side and people get intimidated for some of the craziest things. And so when I did this record, it was like, bang, like this is my opportunity to kind of like just speak about me, give people a little insight about where I come from and who I am. And I know that, you know, like I said on an interview when I performed a couple weeks ago, is that people see the Prince thing, like, you know, because I can get pretty if I want to be, and I can do like this whole surrealist like thing and the fashion stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm still just, you know, a boy from the hood. Like I'm a ratchet dude. You know, educated,
Not
fun,
ratchet.
But I'm ratchet. And I have that. I mean, I think that that's a good balance. You know what I mean? So this song allowed me to kind of showcase a different side of me that maybe only my family has seen before. Like me and my brother.
I mean, you went off.
That. Yeah. But it's fun to me. Like music is fun to me. It's a form of expression. And I think that if I'm going to be reintroducing myself or have an EP come out in the spring, one of the first introduction should be something big. It should be something that speaks to me. And it's, you know, instead of going out with a bang, I decided to come in
with a bang.
Come in with a bang. So
I'm gonna give you the time to shout out your producers.
Oh yeah, shout out to for this track, shout out to Bro Connection and also to Tremaine Harris in Shreveport who recorded this with me. He did the mix and yeah, shout out to Audio Mac for hosting it today.
I'm happy everything worked out for you because I remember when you were talking about it before you went
Shreveport,
where you went to Shreveport, and I was like, oh my goodness, you're really excited about this. So I'm just happy for you. You know, you support me all the time with this show, and you know I want to give back and give you the floor.
Oh, thank you.
To perform. Are you ready?
Ooh, am I ready? I don't know, y'all. I'll be nervous.
Honey, this is Bang exclusively through the Darren Greene Show, girl. Oh, you about to come in? Oh, yeah, right. All right. Ready?
I was ready. Prince Derek Doll, and this is Bang.
Acting like they don't know where I'm from. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm in too deep, can't even sleep, but shit, I'm on now. Niggas still reporting to my mama, but I'm grown now. You could say I made it out the mud, but I'm too clean for it. Used to dream to make it as a team, I'm on my own now. It's okay, it's okay. I'm designed to come collect the bag in any way. Honed in all my skills and killed the room. Guess you could say that I was made for it. Serve it any time and any day. Probably hop another flight and party hard down in Miami. Buy my mom's a crib, continue working on my Grammy. You could say I'm happy, but I'm probably just too mean for it. Pray 3 times a day, oh man, I really miss my granny. It's a car, it's the tour. Do you niggas even want careers anymore? Another night I'm on stage, yeah, you're floored. Cut the check, jab the jets like I'm Floyd. Look, listen to me. They say the best things in life come for free. Everything costs something to a degree. Don't be so fooled by the things that you see. I had to believe. Manifest all of my dreams. I had to branch out my own family tree just so you niggas would listen to me. Port City, bang, bang. Got a couple cousins out here yelling gang, gang. Ain't no motherfucking operas when we let them things sing. All my bitches snatching souls, don't give a fuck about your chain. Run up on the crown, you know you're gonna catch a fade. Pretty, but I'm super petty, so I let my hand swing. I'm accepted like a visa, I ain't worried about a thing. Might as well hit your knees, pucker up and kiss the ring, bang, bang. Touchdown, yeah, I made it to the east. All about my bread, catch me rising like some yeast. I've been homeless 3 times, but I never missed a meal. Signed a couple contracts, but I never struck a deal out. It's okay, it's okay. I'm a dire legend, so I guess I can't complain. Anything I wanted, had to sacrifice my life for. You could say I robbed beef for Paul to get paid. Take me to the course, I probably sing you like I'm Kobe. I'm coming for my medals, guarding shots just like Ginobili. Judging by my pictures, guarantee you do not know me. It's still some niggas in my hometown that know they owe me. Red carpet, fashion killer, man, what a moment. You can stop with the comparisons, I don't have no opponents. Anything you hear the dog spit, you know I wrote it, ain't no long and don't need on it. Yeah, Port City, bang, bang. Got a couple cousins out here yelling gang, gang. Ain't no motherfucking hours when we let them things sing. All my bitches snatching souls, don't give a fuck about your chain. Run up on the crown, you know you're gonna catch a fade. Pretty, but I'm super petty, so I let my hands swing. I'm accepted like a visa, I ain't worried about a thing. Might as well hit your knees, pucker up and kiss the ring, bang, bang, out. Listen to me, they say the best things in life come for free. Everything costs something to a degree. Don't be so fooled by the things that you see. I had to believe that I could manifest all of my dreams. I had to branch out my own family tree just so you niggas would listen to me. Bang, bang. Cousins yelling gang, gang. Bang.
Renee.
Yeah. Yo! Hey, yo! Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe it.
Not you over here crying. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Rappers can cry.
Oh
No, I'm just so excited. Thank you for letting me perform that. Let me tell you.
Oh, you really? Oh my god.
No, like it's because it's been so.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all will get to know more about like the journey to like even to just this point where I have like something that I can perform and be proud of and that like I'm excited for. And this journey hasn't been easy. Like when I moved here and I moved to this coast in 2012, I dropped my first EP on 12/12/12. And you know, the idea was that by 2015, I would have like an album, or like I came here in pursuit of like having you know, having my stuff together and like doing my music. And I've done a lot of things. Like I've got a chance to act, I've modeled, I've done everything.
Yes, you have done a lot.
I've done everything except an album. Like I did everything except an EP, and I did everything except, you know, creating a body of work that's reflective of me and my journey, and like being able to tell my story and pop my shit and just like, you know,
you're in your element,
right?
That's
and
kind of how
you
I
know,
feel sometimes when I'm in the podcast. Like I'm just like I'm here, we doing the topics. It's you get passionate.
Yeah, and it feels
and you watch it grow. It's just it's
so good.
Yeah,
it feels so good. So by the time this airs tonight, the song will be out on Audio Mac. The link will be
in the
description. For those of you who are watching, you can actually, if you want to go to audiomac.com/the Derek Doll, you can go and follow my page there. Audio Mac subscription or anything like that, you can follow it from your Facebook or your Twitter. You can also go to my Instagram at the Derek Doll, and you can follow the link that's in my bio. But I want to do a video for this song. It's going to be a bi-coastal video. I'm going to fly back home to Shreveport and shoot some scenes there with my family and some of my friends, and just kind of like showcase that part. And then I also want to do some scenes here in Newark and in Jersey, because I always say that I was raised in Shreveport. I was raised in Louisiana, but living in Jersey has literally made me like a better man. Like,
oh wow,
it has, like, the stuff that I've lived through, man, let me tell you, y'all will hear more about it, but this moment, this next era, I have worked really, really, really hard. I've worked really, really hard. And all I want to do is to see the seeds that have been planted, people that have, entrusted me with this, project or this opportunity. Like, I want to make them proud. I want to, I have a niece and I have two nieces and a nephew. And like, when I was at home and I was recording the music and they actually heard it, and they liked the music. And I remember when I first started, what it was like watching my little brother hear me recording music for the first time, like my first project. I brought him to with me, and he did like a little background vocal, whatever, but he loves that record. And I know that is the moment that I'm looking forward to. It's like when my nephew heard that song, he was like, that's Uncle Monkey. And like watching him light up and like get into it, was like, oh my God, like it's him now, but that's going to be hundreds of thousands of people in the next 5 years, hopefully. Being able to give an experience,
he's speaking everything into
when it happens. So when it happens, it's gonna happen. But I need y'all to support it. So like, share this live, go to the link, share the song, download it. It's free for now. It's free. Get it while it's free. Give it your feedback. If you think it was trash, that's fine. Because I listen to the radio, and it's a lot of trash that's selling right now. So I wouldn't even care. Support my trash, bitch.
Not payola, honey. Sympathy and payola.
But no, we're coming this year, and it's I appreciate you for your support. So thank you for letting me perform and give people a little taste. And then if we do well, we'll get a chance to come back and I'll do the song that you actually like. The other song.
Yes, honey. Yes.
It's coming.
Big things to come.
But yeah.
All right, that's it for this episode.
Because we got to go get our costumes.
We got to get our Child had a whole.
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
You coming with us? You gonna come shopping with us for our costumes?
You should. You ain't doing nothing.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Your internship requires you to shop with us.
Yes.
They got a food place over there by Jersey City. You know how like they got a little food place over by.
I know. I love Jersey City. See, he done live here all his life. He don't like Jersey City. Jersey City is lit.
So it's not
it's not as
I get it. It's not as exciting. I get it.
It's like I'll be like, what's down in Trenton? I'm like, there ain't nothing in Trenton. I mean, you don't even have to not live there. Well, I'm so sorry if there's any Trenton listeners, but anyway, let's go. It's time to go.
Thank you all so much for listening.
If you like what you heard, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and give us a 5